I can't move. My eyes are open, staring at the ceiling, but my body is a lead weight, pinned to the mattress. A pressure, heavy and suffocating, settles on my chest. It's hard to breathe. The air is thick, cold, and then I see it, in the corner of my room, where the moonlight can't reach. A shadow detaches from the other shadows. It's tall, darker than the darkness around it, a silhouette of a man, but with no face, no features. Just an endless, silent void. It doesn't move, but I feel its presence intensely, a wave of pure terror washing over me. I try to scream, to thrash, to do anything, but my muscles won't respond. My voice is trapped in my throat, a silent, desperate shriek. It feels like an eternity, trapped in this waking nightmare, a helpless observer to my own horror. I'm awake, I know I am, but I'm completely, utterly paralyzed. And the shadow man, it just stands there, watching. This experience, while terrifying, is not a supernatural encounter. It's a well-documented neurological phenomenon known as sleep paralysis. For many who experience it, the feeling is intensely real. But what's actually happening is a glitch in your sleep cycle normally. When you enter the stage of sleep known as REM, or rapid eye movement, your brain paralyzes your body. This is a protective mechanism called REM atonia, and it's what prevents you from physically acting out your dreams. Imagine dreaming you were flying and then jumping out of your bedroom. Atonia is what stops that from happening. Sleep paralysis occurs when you wake up before the REM cycle is finished. Your mind becomes conscious, but your body is still in the paralyzed state. You're essentially awake in a sleeping body. The terrifying figures, the sounds, the feeling of being touched or crushed, these are known as hypnagogic or hypnopompic hallucinations. Hypnagogic hallucinations happen as you're falling asleep, while hypnopompic ones occur as you're waking up, because you are on the very edge of consciousness. Your dreaming brain and your waking brain are overlapping. The parts of your brain responsible for fear and threat detection, like the amygdala, can become highly active. Your brain tries to make sense of this strange state, being awake but unable to move, and it fills in the blanks. It concludes that some external force must be holding you down, and so it generates a hallucination to match that feeling. It creates a story, a reason for the paralysis. You're not just stuck, you're being held down, and the figure doing it is often born from our deepest, most primal fears. This experience is so universal that cultures all over the world have developed folklore to explain it long before science had a name for it. In Newfoundland, Canada, they speak of the old hag. This entity, described as a malevolent old witch, is said to sit on a sleeper's chest, stealing their breath and pinning them to their bed. The term hag-ridden actually comes from this very belief, used to describe a state of anxiety or oppression for centuries. People believed a literal witch was tormenting them in their sleep. Travel across the globe to Japan, and you'll find kanashibari, which translates literally to bound or fastened in metal in Japanese folklore. This state was sometimes believed to be the work of vengeful spirits or even powerful sorcerers, casting a spell on their victims. The experience is identical: an inability to move, a feeling of pressure, and a sense of a malevolent presence. The core elements remain the same, only the cultural interpretation changes. It's not just a physical binding, but a spiritual one. In Latin America, particularly in Mexican and Southwestern American traditions, the figure is sometimes referred to as El Muerto or Sabers El Muerto, which means the dead, one on top of you. This belief often links sleep paralysis to the spirit of a deceased person, who sits on the sleeper's chest, causing the terrifying sensations of suffocation and immobility. It is a chilling reminder of how close the worlds of the living and the dead were believed to be, especially during the vulnerable state of sleep. From demons and ghosts to witches and spirits, humanity has created a host of monsters to explain this one terrifyingly consistent biological event. So, why do so many people from completely different cultures and backgrounds see such a similar figure? Why the shadow man? The answer likely lies in the way our brain is wired. When we are in a state of heightened fear, and our senses are limited like being paralyzed in a dark room. Our brain defaults to its most basic predator detection template. The human brain is exceptionally good at recognizing human-like forms, a skill known as pareidolia. We see faces in clouds and figures in shadows. During sleep paralysis, your brain is on high alert. It senses a presence but has no clear visual data to work with. So, it creates a humanoid shape from the shadows and distortions in your room. It's a silhouette because there isn't enough information to fill in the details. It has no face because your brain can't invent one. It's simply a placeholder for a threated generic, faceless predator conjured from the darkness of your own mind. This is your brain's best guess at what an unknown threat looks like. A tall, dark, featureless figure is the purest, most primal representation of an intruder, an enemy. It is the raw, unfiltered image of fear itself, projected from your mind into the room around you. And in that terrifying, helpless moment, your brain tells you one thing. It knows when you are alone. Thank you for watching. If you've ever experienced something like this, know that you're not alone and it's a recognized medical phenomenon. Sharing your story can be helpful. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of the human mind. Stay curious and sleep well.